I'm meteorologist Chris Holcomb from the 11 Alive Storm Trackers. As of the 5 p.m. advisory on Friday afternoon on this potential tropical system in the Gulf of Mexico, it is still not classified as a tropical depression or a tropical storm. Maximum sustained winds, though, are tropical storm force with winds of up to 45 miles an hour and gusts even up to 60 miles an hour. But the circulation is not well defined enough for it to officially be upgraded to a tropical storm to get a name. We expect that to happen later tonight before it makes landfall. So here's the storm now. You can see it nearing the Gulf Coast region there, just south of Louisiana. There you see in the blue, that's where we have the tropical storm warning in effect for much of the Louisiana coastline, Mississippi coast, Alabama coast, and up through parts of the Florida Panhandle, cutting off right around the Destin area. We expect landfall later tonight. You can see the remnant still moving through our area during the day on Sunday, and that's when we will be feeling some of those impacts here from late Saturday into early on Sunday. And we're not really seeing any big time changes in that with the impacts. Still many areas picking up more than 4 inches of rain through the weekend, beginning of next week. The wind will not be tropical storm force for us, but we expect winds maybe between 15 and 20 miles an hour early on Sunday with some higher gust at times possible. Tornado risk is on the low end, but it's not zero. There is a chance always with landfalling tropical systems that we could see some isolated tornadoes that could develop. And here's what we're going to be watching on Saturday. Clouds increasing. We'll see showers moving in during the daytime hours, mainly in the afternoon and evening. You see this coming in from the west, these bands of rain moving our way. Within those bands and outer bands, we can see some stronger storms developing later on Saturday, overnight Saturday, and into Sunday. That's when we're going to be watching for that bigger threat for heavy rain and maybe some of those storms around. And look at this rain sticking with us. This is early on Sunday. That's the main center of circulation right here coming through West Georgia, moving up toward the north and east. And we're thinking that after lunch Sunday, even though we'll still have some rain around, we'll be able to stand down a little bit with the storm threat and maybe just fewer showers throughout the afternoon. And maybe even some breaks in that rain later in the afternoon on Sunday to salvage a little bit of your Father's Day. Now let's look at that severe weather risk for tomorrow. That is mainly down along the Gulf Coast region. That marginal risk, though, does extend into some of the counties here on the south side, with that main threat later on Saturday being heavy rain, some gusty winds, and maybe an isolated tornado. And then as the system moves to the north and east, to the east of the center of the low is where we have that main storm threat. So on Sunday, that starts moving over to the east of us during the day. So that's the storm threat. Again, that risk for some heavy rain, also lightning there with some of these storms, and that low risk for some isolated tornadoes. Flash flood watch in effect Saturday night through Sunday evening. Some areas 3 to 5 inches of rain, locally higher amounts in some spots, so watch flood prone areas, generally metro Atlanta southward down into parts of central and also into South Georgia. Here's a look at some of those potential rainfall amounts. This is in the afternoon Saturday, those amounts higher south and west of us. Then that heavier rain coming in overnight Saturday into Sunday. Some spots on the west side maybe picking up more than 4 inches north and west of the city possibly. And we'll be fine-tuning this outlook as, of course, this system gets a little better organized. And then as far as the wind is concerned, heaviest wind along the Gulf Coast region. But then look in our area, see the blues and yellows indicating winds, as I mentioned here, maybe between 10, 20 miles an hour, maybe some higher gusts at times early on Sunday. And then that wind threat will diminish as that center of the low moves on over to the east of us and moves out of our area. So a lot to watch over the weekend. We'll keep fine-tuning this forecast for you. And you see that rain chance increasing Saturday, high chances for shower storms on Sunday. And then the tropical moisture starts to move out, but we've got a front approaching, giving us scattered showers Monday and Tuesday. Chances diminishing for rain Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with high temperatures in the mid-80s. We'll keep updating this forecast for you as the system gets better organized and we can fine-tune more of that track and intensity and impacts for us.